Damn.
Hey guys, so I've had my hands on Apple's latest flagship for a whole week now. It's called the iPhone X, but I prefer it to call it iPhone X. It sounds way better, so I'm just warning you that I will be referring to it as iPhone X. Anyway, let's get on to the review. I was super stoked when I was unboxing it, and seeing it for the first time was just so awesome. I mean, it's a stunning phone. Apple are always on point when it comes to design, and even though it looks like previous iPhones for the most part, it's much better. The X has sleek stainless steel sides and is made up of glass on the front and the back, which looks really good. I love the look and feel of it. It feels much more durable than any other iPhone. It has a 5.8-inch Super Retina display that isn't quite edge to edge. It would have been even better if there were no bezels at all, but that large display is totally appreciated. It's the first time the iPhone uses OLED technology, and it's certainly a step up. It makes doing anything on the iPhone X a great experience, whether it's sending a text message, browsing the web, or watching a video. Although you'll notice the controversial notch at the top, and unfortunately not all apps are optimised for it yet, but give it a bit of time and majority of the popular apps will have catered for the notch design. I thought I'd hate it, but having the phone in front of me now, it's really not that bad. The other major change is the removal of the home button, which means there's no Touch ID. Instead we have the all new Face ID, which is seriously awesome. It has worked perfect in the week that I've had it, and I've had no occurrences where it hasn't worked. See how quick the padlock unlocks just by looking at the phone. And in the dark it works really well too. I'm very impressed with how quick it is, which makes me not miss Touch ID in the slightest. When it's on the desk you do have to lean slightly forward for it to detect your face, but that's hardly a big deal. Rest in peace home button. So how do you use the phone without it? Well, once you unlock it with your face or passcode, you simply swipe up from the bottom. This horizontal bar is an indicator of this and will show up in every app. To see all apps running in the background, you swipe up and pause, or you can do a quick swipe up and right. Closing apps isn't the quickest process, which sucks. You have to hold down until you see the minus icon, and then you tap that or swipe up to close the app. I'm hoping Apple will soon change this, but that's really the only thing I don't like about it. I still don't miss the home button. To access the control center, you need to swipe down from the top right. Swiping down otherwise will display the notification center and the lock screen. To activate reachability, you've got to swipe down from the bottom edge. Pretty simple stuff really, and you'll get used to these changes almost instantly. Looking at the back of the iPhone, you'll see the dual cameras have now been placed vertically. The camera is quite protruding, so using it flat on a surface will make it wobble, but how often will you use the phone without holding it? The 12 megapixels wide angle and telephoto cameras produce some great shots. You get great details and colours are sharp and realistic, not oversaturated. The cameras do a good job in low light too, which every smartphone camera needs the ability to do. And of course there's an all new portrait lighting, which works very well. Portrait mode is just awesome for getting those nice blurred background shots. But there are other smartphones with better cameras than the iPhone X. Samsung, for example, tend to always do a better job with their phones when it comes to taking pictures. See the difference here? The S8 camera is way better, and because I'm so used to taking shots on the S8, the iPhone X camera has not got the wow factor, but generally it's pretty good. Just like the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, the iPhone X supports wireless charging. Yeah, I've heard it before, Android smartphones have had this for years now, but what's the big deal? I think wireless charging is so overrated. I actually use my wired charger more often. I mean, it's nice that wireless charging is an option, but it's really not a necessity. The X isn't powered by a battery as big as a lot of smartphones in the market, but it can easily go a day and a half thanks to the A11 Bionic chip. It's actually rather good and definitely an improvement on the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8. It's also water and dust resistant and has an IP67 rating. I put its water resistance to the test for 5 minutes and it worked perfect after being underwater. As for its performance, the iPhone X is fantastic. It runs extremely smooth and it's fast, so nothing to complain about here. Oh, and let's not forget an emoji. It's a fun little feature and I'm a big fan. You have 12 emojis to choose from and it can detect 50 muscle movements. It's definitely a fun way to react to things in a conversation. And that's the iPhone X guys. I'm really happy with it and very impressed with how well Face ID works. Closing apps could be quicker, but other than that I have no issues with it. The display is just stunning and the feel of the phone is most definitely the best one yet. I've never had an issue with the performance of previous iPhones and the X is no different. It is expensive, but let's be realistic. The cost of smartphones is only going to increase. Apple just decided to get the price game rolling. Other smartphone manufacturers will soon follow. And I use my iPhone for almost everything, so when you think about how much a phone is used, the price doesn't seem so bad. That's my take on it anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and thanks for watching.